Okay, so I just wanted to quickly go over replay buffer in OBS and how it works, and basically how you can use replay buffer to clip your games or your recordings straight in OBS, and you don't have to, like chop this specific moment out of a really big recording. This is a way easier way to do it. This right here is just my normal recording profile. You see it's just recording, and I don't have replay buffer set up, but I do have multiple audio tracks set up, so that is something to take note of as well. We're gonna go into settings real quick, and we're going to go to outputs, and then replay buffer has its own tab here, and you can hit this checkbox to enable replay buffer. Your maximum replay time is going to be how long your clips are going to be whenever you save a replay. So I believe the default is 30 seconds. I usually like to set my clips to around 60 seconds or so, and it's going to take up a lot of space, but I'm going to show you an application that will help you compress your clips, and you'll be able to like send them through Discord to your friends and stuff like that really easily. So you can just enter the time, 60 seconds or whatever time you want here, and then hit apply, and you're gonna notice over here that a new button appeared under the start recording button, but we'll worry about that in a second. The last thing you need to know before we exit the settings is that your replay buffer clips are going to be in the same output path as your recordings. It's going to be in the same quality as well. It's going to be using the same encoder, so we don't have to worry about any of that stuff at all. It's going to directly mirror your recording settings. So if we back out and we hit the start replay buffer button, it's going to change to stop replay buffer. Now our replay buffer session is going. So what that means is if I say, let's get Minecraft back open here. I think it's here. And yep, it's just right here, but you see it's going, and we're just going to, I'm going to create a new world actually. Here's our Minecraft world. We're just going to, I don't know, run around a little bit, trying to kind of hit the 60-ish second mark here just by doing some random stuff. Let's get like some TNT or something. Yep, there we go. Now, let's say, for example, I wanted to clip this explosion. We could just go back into OBS, and we can hit this little button right here next to the stop replay buffer button, and we can, as you can see, replay buffer saved to, and it's our output path. Hey guys, one thing I forgot to mention is you can actually, instead of hitting the small little save replay buffer button over here, you could go into settings in OBS and you can just search for replay. You can actually just set your own custom keybind to it. I like to, let's just say set mine to end. I'll hit apply. And if I go back out and then I hit end on my keyboard, you see right down here, it saved the replay buffer. But another thing I want to show off is that you are in for a real treat if you have an Elgato Stream Deck. So I'm going to switch over to my recording laptop real quick. As you can see, I'm on my recording laptop now. It's a little bit different. If we go into the Elgato Stream Deck app, you can see I have a couple of buttons set up here for replay buffer. So this one right here enables replay buffer. So if I hit this one on my Elgato Stream Deck, as you can see, the replay buffer button goes to stop replay buffer, and if I hit it again, it's kind of like a toggle. I have it set, but if I enable it real quick and then I hit this this other button right here next to it, it will save the replay buffer. So the way that I have this set up is actually a plugin on the Stream Deck application, which is now available through the marketplace.elgato.com website. I honestly don't remember it being this way. I remember there being like a built-in kind of way to find all of these plugins and stuff, but all of these plugins are here. The OBS one is the one you would want to get for this, and apparently you have to make an Elgato account. This is why I said I don't remember really having to do this. It would directly download into your Elgato Stream Deck software, and you would have all of these options. I figured that would be a slightly better way than tapping back into OBS and then hitting that small little save button. And the file is going to be titled like this. So it's going to be titled replay, and then, the same format as your recordings. And when we open this clip up, you get to see the world creation, all that stuff that we did, the world loading in, and it's going to be in the same exact quality as your recordings, by the way. And here we go. Here's us setting up the explosion. And there we go. But obviously this clip is too long. I usually just set my clips to 60 seconds so I can capture everything. I can get more context in a given situation. Let's say I wanted to start my clip at a specific time and end it at a specific time. So we could start at 40 seconds. We're just gonna keep that in mind. I'm gonna show off this program called Handbrake real quick. Basically what this will allow you to do is compress recordings or convert them into different formats. I usually use them for compressing clips like this or compressing really large recordings if I need to. I'm gonna close our clip real quick, but remember that we started it at 40 seconds and we're just going to run it to the end. We need to find our clip file and we can click and drag it into Handbrake. We only need to worry about a few things here. Once we got our file in here, all we need to do is make sure that it's in the MP4 format and go over to the video tab over here. For sending your clips through Discord, you need to make sure that it's in H.264. I have already tried doing H.265 with Discord clips and it actually does not embed the video. It doesn't allow you to play it in Discord and it would force other people to download the video, which, come on, no one wants to do that. Just keep it in H.264 under NVENC. Just to be safe. We're going to keep our frame rate at 60 FPS. Quality over here is what really matters. You know, this slider represents lower quality or higher quality. I usually like to keep them toward the lower quality end. I keep it a constant quality 35 for sending my clips through Discord. That should work for you, but you can mess around with this if you want to. There's also an average bit rate in here as well, and it's in kilobits per second, which if we go into OBS for a second here, under recording, OBS bitrate is also in kilobits per second. You could translate it this way. If this is a familiar scale for you, then it works this way as well. But I like to keep mine at constant quality 35. That just seems to work for me. Next thing I need to do is remember my time that it was going to start. We can go up here to where it says range. This drop down menu says chapters at first. We can change it to seconds, and this is our start time and this is our end time. So like I said, I was just going to run this clip through the end, but we're going to start it at 40 seconds. So I'm just going to type in 40 seconds right there, and you can see the duration changes to 19 seconds. And our output path is going to be down here. I kind of want this to be saved in the same place as my regular recording, so I'm just going to copy this path in here, and then I'm going to hit browse back in Handbrake, copy this up here, hit the arrow, go ahead. It's going to be the same exact file name, so I'm just going to name this one compressed. Once we're done with all this, we can hit start encode. And just like that, our clip is done being compressed. There's an immediate file size difference. Here is the size of our original clip, and it is 109 megabytes, which is crazy for a 60-second clip. But the one that we just compressed is not even 7 megabytes, which is crazy great. So we can open this up and you'll see it immediately starts off to us placing the TNT. It's in 60 FPS, as you can see. And it is in that slightly lower quality, but it's still 1080p. It's great to send through Discord. So we're gonna test that real quick. Okay, so as you can see, we have our Discord window open and we have our original clip. And if I just tried to, send this, even though Discord upped the file size limit that you can send without Nitro, this clip is still too big. Remember, it was like 100 megabytes, so that's not gonna work. But if we send the compressed one, it's going to slap it in here just fine. Look at that, 6.91 megabytes, and it plays through Discord just fine. Looks pretty good. You can even full screen it and it looks, I mean, come on, this looks pretty good. It's got the sound and all that. Okay, so I actually just got myself pretty confused because I opened up the compressed clip that we had and looked under the audio tracks and noticed that we only had one audio track. That's an issue considering the original clip, the uncompressed clip, the 109 megabytes, has all of our audio tracks present. So there is a way to fix this. I am so glad that I got confused here because I totally forgot to mention it. So we're gonna fix that real quick. Back in Handbrake, what we need to do is we need to head over to the audio tab, and you're going to see this tracks drop down button right here, and we need to hit add all remaining tracks. My OBS recordings, if we go into settings real quick, see they have 4 audio tracks, but all of our tracks should be here. We can adjust the bitrate of them if we wanted, so we can have them all be 320. I like to just keep them at 128 for the sake of. Once we have that done, we can hit start encode, hit yes, overwrite, since it's going to be the exact same clip, exact same file name, and there we go. We open it up, right click, audio tracks, and there they go. All the audio tracks are separated. And of course, we can send this one through Discord as well. When it plays through Discord, it's only going to play the first audio track, by the way, which is why I recommend having audio tracks set up the way that I have it. All audio being on the first audio track and then having other separated ones. I think that's all I have on OBS replay buffer and saving clips. If you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below and I will try my best to answer them. Thanks for watching.